Many of us are at the point in life where we have achieved some measure of success. We've accumulated more stuff than we probably need, and yet there's still something missing. We want our lives to really count for something that will live on long after we are gone. Actually, we want to move beyond success to significance. This season in life has become known as halftime, which is, according to Bob Buford, a time to think seriously about one's purpose in life. It is a pause in midlife to reflect on what we've accomplished, who we've become, and what will matter in the end. It is a point to redirect our time and resources for the second half, and to draft a game plan for the second half. Just remember, halftime is not about selling your company or bailing your career, although for some it may involve a big change like that. But it is about pausing just long enough to make eye contact with God, to get your unique assignment from Him, and then doing it regardless of the costs. Halftime, by its very nature, is a journey, not an event or a decision. I want to share with you what this journey looks like. For most of us, we come from high school, university, to make our way in the world, and it takes time and effort to find our rhythm. But then we hit our stride, and for whatever reason, God blesses our first half and life starts to take off for us. However, if we follow our first half dream too vigorously, we reach a turning point where the curve starts dropping. If this stage continues for long, you will eventually experience a so-called midlife crisis. If you look at point B, it's a classic midlife crisis stage, a time when you do stupid things. Rather look at point A. This is a healthy point where you start to wonder if there's more to life. The ideal is to have time out at this stage in order to reflect on how you want to live the rest of your life. This pause is referred to as halftime. A halftime will help you to start a new upward life curve with a fresh perspective, a new focus, and a change of heart, not necessarily a change of jobs. The well-known management expert Peter Drucker said, "People now have two lives, life one and life two, and they're over-prepared for life one and underprepared for life two." And he says, there is no university for the second half of life. In life one, or my first half, most of us focus on success, which is most of the time all about me. In life two, or my second half, the challenge is to focus on significance, which is all about serving others. Jesus showed us how to do it. While every half-timer ends up with a unique calling, we've found that they always go through the same four stages of the journey. and they need to solve three big issues. Stage one is about discovering vision. A stage where you start to dream about what God has in store for you. The second stage is guided reflection. A stage of introspection to reflect on your past, your passions, and your skills. The third stage is diverse exposure. A stage of exploring God's work in order to gain clarity about your specific calling. The final stage of this upward curve is to have an enduring impact by living a balanced life. Through the 4 stages of Halftime, you will need to solve 3 key issues. 1. Clarify your call. This means you have to discover your passions and your strengths. 2. Create capacity. The question is, how much time, money, and energy do you have to serve others? And thirdly, design the context in which you will serve the best. The Bible makes it clear that you were created by God in a unique way. You can look at Psalm 139. And that He has a specific assignment for you to do. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which He prepared," and remember, in advance for us to do. The challenge is to discover where your unique abilities combine with what you are most passionate about, and then to join in what you can see God is already doing in that arena. In conclusion, you need to ask at least 2 questions. Firstly, where am I in this journey? Secondly, for what purpose was I created? Your challenge is to discover your calling and then to serve others and grow closer to God. May you have a life of impact and adventure. May the rest of your life be the best of your life.